What is up guys, it's Weird, the Weird channel, and today I'm going to reinstall the top pan on my Yamaha YZ250. Most of you probably didn't know, but I seized my piston about a month ago because the rings were catching up to something inside the cylinder, and so I ordered new parts and I had my cylinder redone by a local shop. And fast forward, parts came in yesterday, so I was able to clean this up really good, and I've also checked the ring gaps as well as the piston to the wall clearance. And so all that's left for me to do before I can put this thing back in the bike is to reinstall all the power valve parts in this area and make sure the piston can slide up and down smoothly inside the cylinder. And I'm gonna get to it right now. Okay guys, so these are the parts, power valve parts that need to go back in this area. And yeah, so we're gonna start off with this part right here. This is the main power valve, and it's the part that's responsible for opening and closing the power valve port. And yeah, so let's get this done today. So all the power valve parts have been reinstalled and they seem to be working as they should. So let me show you. So when you hit the power band, the shaft should open up the power valve like this. And when you hit the power band really hard, it'll open up the relief valves right here. It's the same on the other side. Okay, so I fit the piston inside the cylinder, and it feels nice but a little tight, but that's okay. That's to be expected since it's a new piston with new rings inside a new cylinder. So yeah, I think that's pretty normal, but it does move smoothly even with the power valve in fully closed position. And I think we're okay. We're good to go. Okay, so I've installed the piston and the cylinder back to the motor, and now we need to torque these nuts down to 30 foot-pounds, but as you can see, I'm unable to fit a torque wrench inside this area, and it's also the same on the other side. That means I wouldn't be able to apply the required torque to this nut. So what I did was I made a tool. It's a 3-inch adapter, and as you can see, it's a 14 mil box wrench with a 3/8 socket welded on top of it. And what this does is this will allow me to attach my torque wrench to it, so that I can slide in the box end of the wrench inside this area, and so that I could apply the proper torque. And the reason why I made it a 3-inch adapter instead of a 6, which would give me more leverage, was because I wanted it to be easier to calculate the torque values, because the torque values are measured in foot-pounds, and a foot is equals to 12 inches. But with the additional 3-inch adapter, that would make it a total of 15 inches. And so 3 inches is equals to 20% of 15. So that means I just have to set my torque wrench at 20% less than whatever the manual calls for. So for a 30 foot-pound nut, I just have to set my torque wrench at 24 foot-pounds, and I'd still be able to apply the same amount of force to the nuts with the additional 3-inch leverage. And also, when applying torque to these nuts, it has to be done in a crisscross pattern, with the torque settings broken down a couple times. So personally, I would do it 3 times. So for a 24 foot-pound setting on my torque wrench, I would probably go first with 10 foot-pounds, then I'll move up to 18 foot-pounds, then finally to 24 foot-pounds. And let's get to it. 10 foot-pounds. Now I'm gonna put my cylinder back on. So this one should be face. Let me make sure. Okay, all looks good. Okay. Crush washers. Okay. We're going to torque these nuts to 18 foot-pounds. So same rule applies. Crisscross pattern with the torque values broken down multiple times. 0. Okay, so I've put everything back together. So now we're gonna try to fire her up for the first time. So it looks like everything went well with the build, and so now I just have to run a couple heat cycles and ride a bike gently for a bit to break her in. Then after that I should be able to go back out there and hit the trails. And so if you like this video, or if you find it helpful in any way, please feel free to hit the subscribe button down below, and follow me on my Facebook channel, www.facebook.com/the We Enduro channel. Cheers.